If 2025 made you feel behind in life, listen carefully, because psychology says you are not entering 2026 late. You were trained to follow a timeline that was never real. It is not your age, it is not your progress. And it is definitely not failure. It is the invisible schedule your brain learned to measure itself against, and once you become aware of it, something shifts, because the pressure you have been carrying starts to loosen, and for the first time the feeling of being behind begins to make sense instead of feeling personal. The truth is that feeling behind in life is rarely about reality, and much more about perception. Psychology explains that your mind compares your life to expectations it absorbed quietly over years. And when those expectations are unmet, your brain interprets that gap as danger even when nothing is actually wrong with you. One reason this happens is because your brain learns something psychologists call social clocks, which are unwritten rules about when certain life events are supposed to happen, like career success, relationship stability, or confidence. And these clocks are not biological, they are cultural. They come from what you saw growing up, what was praised, what was questioned, and what seemed normal around you. So when your life unfolds differently, your brain does not see diversity of paths, it sees deviation, and deviation activates stress responses, even when your path is healthy, meaningful, and deeply aligned with who you are. Another reason you feel behind is comparison bias, which research shows is not neutral or motivating. The brain processes comparison as a threat signal, especially when it feels uncertain about identity. So when you see others appearing ahead, your nervous system reacts as if resources are running out and time is limited. This is why scrolling can suddenly make you feel heavy, even if moments before you felt fine. Your brain is not evaluating truth, it is protecting belonging and safety. Psychology also shows that identity development does not happen in straight lines, especially for deep thinkers, introspective people, and emotionally aware minds. These individuals often take longer to settle into roles because their brains are busy integrating meaning, values, and self-understanding. This delay is not dysfunction, it is depth. And research consistently shows that people who explore identity longer tend to experience stronger long-term fulfillment, even if their early years feel slower or unclear. There is also something called time distortion under anxiety, which makes progress feel invisible. When you are under pressure, your brain focuses on what is missing instead of what is forming, so growth that is happening internally does not register consciously. This is why you can change dramatically in perspective, resilience, and self-awareness, yet still feel like nothing is moving, because your brain is scanning for external milestones rather than internal evolution. Finally, psychology explains that many people labeled as late bloomers are actually slow builders. Their brains prioritize stability, understanding, and sustainability over speed. So while others may rush forward and later collapse, these minds move carefully and often arrive with clarity and confidence that cannot be rushed. And if this resonates with you, it is not because you are behind, it is because your nervous system values alignment over acceleration. So when you look back at 2025 and feel behind, it helps to understand that your brain was measuring you against a clock it did not create. And when you step into 2026 with this awareness, the pressure softens, because nothing is wrong with your pace, your timing, or your path. You were never late, you were simply moving on a different schedule that prioritizes depth over speed and meaning over comparison. If this helped you see yourself more clearly, take a moment to let that sink in. And if you want more psychology-based clarity that helps you understand your mind rather than fight it, consider staying connected with this channel and sharing this with someone who might need to hear it as they enter 2026.